Your culture. Your music. Your station. Sangeet 106.1 FM.
Bring time just about 8:35 right here on Garam Saturday, Sangeet 106.1. And as promised, I have in studio with me representative from Adopt a River, Trinidad and Tobago, Adopt a River TT. And I have Ms. Sharda Mahavir, the project manager, as well as Mr. Wendell Ethian. He's the communications officer. Welcome to the studios of Sangeet 106.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I know how it is to get out of your bed on a Saturday.
Definitely.
Yes. So we are really honored to have you here with us today. And as you guys know, well, Caurafest is happening on Monday. That's, of course, a part of Sangeet 106.1, an event that we have every single year. And we always urge people, to take care of the rivers. But yet, Trinidadians, we don't really... We walk around, we throw our garbage. If you go down the islands, you go to the river, you just leave everything behind. And that, of course, comes with a serious consequence. So today, you guys are going to chat with us a little bit about some of the stuff that we can do, we cannot do, in preserving and conserving our rivers around, not just in Caura, but, of course, all our rivers. So tell us, who's going to be chatting with me today?
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah. I think the first thing we need to understand is that all rivers are our rivers. And I think once you start there, because people keep saying Trinidadians nasty, Trinidadians nasty. I absolutely disagree. Trinidadians are some of the cleanest people on the face of the earth. We're just a little selfish at times. So we keep our immediate space clean, but we don't understand that every space in Trinidad and Tobago belongs to us.
Yes.
So we need to extend that. The reason why they leave the garbage behind at the rivers is because they don't want to bring the garbage to the car.
Yes.
And they don't want to carry the car home. And they don't want to carry the garbage home.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. The river is yours as much as the car is yours.
That's right, yes.
So we need to get that type of thinking, as our platform.
Agreed.
Yeah. So how did the Adopt a River TT came about? Who came up with this idea of forming this group and working to, of course, conserve the rivers and stuff?
Okay, so the Adopt a River program actually started in about 2012. It was an idea of the then CEO,
right.
Who understood that the rivers of Trinidad and Tobago, the impacts that were happening at each river was actually impacting on WASA's ability to produce a clean, safe water supply. Now, understand that WASA does produce and has to meet international and local standards for drinking water.
Right.
But it's getting more and more costly in order to do that, because with the amount of garbage, as well as the amount of other kinds of pollution, WASA is really under a lot of strain with respect to the cost of water production. Right. So WASA is paying the price of everybody else's pollution.
Right.
So the Adopt a River program really is an attempt to bring corporate entities and community groups together to try to form projects, develop projects that will help improve the status of rivers in Trinidad and Tobago. And if there's better quality water in our rivers, and seeing that more than 60% of our water supply comes from rivers, then we definitely will have a safer water supply for you. Well, the water supply will always be safe.
Right.
But what I mean is that it's going to be easier in order to clean it, to get it to you.
But Adopt a TT, is it like where you look for volunteers, or do you have a group, just a specified group already, or are you always looking for volunteers and stuff to be a part?
We are definitely looking for volunteers. We're looking for adopters and what we coin water warriors. We're looking for water warriors out there, Trinidad and Tobago. We want you all to come together and take responsibility for all the rivers of the country. We are blessed in this country with having more than 68 watersheds.
Right.
We have abundance of water that can really meet the needs locally. The issue is that we mismanage our water. We're using the water to wash down concrete yards, and we're washing down paved roads. You understand? We're not using the water in the most appropriate manners. We're dumping our garbage into our rivers. So the idea is that we need to change that kind of culture and make Trinidadians realize that the water that is in our rivers is the water in our taps. So when you turn a tap on, you're actually draining a river.
Right.
And we need them to understand that. And if you understand that, then we would treat rivers differently.
Right.
We would not put our garbage in there. We would not put our waste in there. you know, and we would generally try to keep the rivers clean so that we know, we would mentally be conscious of the fact that the river is clean, so therefore we are getting a clean water supply. This is all about perception, you know. It's only about perception.
Yeah.
It's about perception. When we go to a dirty river and we see the water, we don't want to get into it because the water dirty, nasty, right? So the point is, we want to use that in order to educate people. We want you to understand, if our rivers look cleaner, then you will feel safer about everything in river water as well as drinking water.
Right, and there's also the aqua life that's also in that topic there as well, with everything that lives there.
That's good.
We are heading to Cora Pool 1 on Monday. Any advice you want to give to our listeners or supporters? Because, I mean, generally, Caurafest is one of the biggest events that's held every single year that all our callers, they look forward to. And simply because it's Easter Monday, we are anticipating a much, you know, a bigger crowd. What advice you would like to give to people?
Well, one of our adopters in Cora, they're actually one of our very active adopters, and I was speaking to one of the gentlemen, and he said, you know, the best thing you could tell someone coming into Cora, only leave your footprints behind. And I think if we use that as the principle, and we understand, come enjoy yourself, we want you to come and enjoy yourself, bring all the food stuff, bring all your beverages, bring all the family, bring the tassa, bring the everything. But when you're leaving, leave the footprints behind. You know? And that's the best principle.
Yeah, we've been reiterating over and over, you know, to walk with your garbage bags, walk with your boxes, and as you have your garbage, your trash, take it back with you. I mean, normally we have CPEP working hand in hand with us, but you know, when you look around at the end of the event and you see these workers having to fill bags and bags and bags of garbage, because at the end of the day it reflects on the company, which is Sangeet 1061, where we have an event, it reflects on us, you know, not our listeners. So we keep urging people you know, to walk with their garbage bags, but you know, I guess on the day we would see how it goes.
And on an average Monday, a CPEP crew would remove as many as not remove, but bag as many as 190 bags of garbage. That's after an average Monday.
Of course.
But we have to remember, CPEP is not empowered to move they don't have the resources to move it out.
Yes, correct.
And dogs reside everywhere. You know, so in terms of Sangeet, I know the family here at Sangeet 106.1, they're supporters of keeping the environment clean. So it's really a plea to the visitors to come on board with the philosophy of Sangeet and keeping Pool 1 clean in particular come Monday. Enjoy yourself, walk with your bags, bag it. I'm sure there'll be officials who could guide you as to where these could be left. Let's try to take it away with it's much lighter when you're leaving than when you're coming. So why bear all the weight going down? And then leave the light ones, you know, when you're leaving. Bag everything and let's get the garbage out of there.
All right. So anything else you would like to talk about in terms of Adopt a River TT before we wrap up?
Yeah, I think that Sangeet, because you're a conscientious company and organization, I think that it might be in your interest to consider becoming an adopter and adopting the Cora River. That would basically mean that we would build a number of projects that would help to highlight the importance of the river, the history of the river, and not only that, to maybe even build or assist or support in the building of maybe facilities that would help the Cora River be able to handle the number of visitors that it has. Right? As Wendell said, a large amount of garbage is collected on a regular basis at the Cora because it's such a popular recreational location. And we really do need to look at how we manage that best. And there are facilities in Trinidad and Tobago. There are recycling companies that can recycle plastics and glass and any other waste. There's a company coming up with styrofoam. Tetra Packs are also being recycled locally. So what we basically look at is partnering you with those companies and coming up with a project in conjunction with the community group in order to ensure that Cora remains a clean, safe facility for the people in this country who love to go there in order to relax and recreate. Right? And I think that's a fantastic idea. We're open to working with you guys in any way that's possible. And also, I mean, Wendell, we recently had a media managers workshop, and we have content that we were most willing to share with you. So that Trinidad and Tobago could really learn about the status of our rivers, and more importantly, why we need to keep them and preserve them and conserve them in the way that they are. because of the drinking water supply that they provide to us, as well as food, etc. So all of that content we're saying we're willing to share with you. We're willing to partner. It's just to take the next step from here.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. Just to remind the listeners as well that, of course, you can follow them on Facebook as well as on Instagram. There's also a YouTube channel as well as a website. Wendell, you want to give us the information about the website and stuff like that, social media?
Right. The website, www.adoptorivertt.com. Social or IG handles just Adopt a River TT. Facebook page, Adopt a River TT. That's it. That's basically it.
All right.
And we have some fantastic media packages on there, videos or YouTube channel. Just get the information and take it from there. You could sign on as an adopter from our website.
All right, great. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in on this holiday today. I know it was definitely a task getting out of your bed on a Saturday. We appreciate it so much for sharing the information to our listeners. And, you know, if you guys are available on Monday, we look forward to seeing you guys up at Caura as well.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So, of course, there we go. Adopt a River TT, giving us some great information for Caurafest and onwards, man. So let us all be nice people. Let us not be a bad reflection of Trinidad and Tobago. Let us not be a bad reflection of the listeners of Sangeet 1061. Let us leave Caura nice and clean and help to do what is right. All right. So, of course, we're going to grab some messages when I come back.